A Mobile woman who never thought she'd be able to have a baby is now getting a chance. Thanks to a breakthrough surgical program at UAB, Elizabeth Goldman could be the first woman in Alabama to get a uterus transplant. She shares her emotional journey with our Brianna Hollis.
Elizabeth Goldman is chasing a dream.
Growing up as a small girl, I knew I wanted to be a mom and always had my baby dolls within arm's reach.
A dream that was crushed when she was just a teenager.
Just the doctor and myself, and I was 14 and was told I would never be able to have kids.
She has MRKH syndrome. She was born without a uterus or cervix.
It kind of wrecks your life when you know you want kids growing up.
But she barely told anyone about her infertility and longing to be pregnant. She sought solace in social media support groups, and it was there, in a Facebook post, she first became hopeful.
In 2012, I saw where Sweden was launching the process of doing uterus transplant trials.
And when you first saw it in Sweden, at that moment, were you thinking, oh, this could be me?
I think from the moment I saw uterus transplant, like it always was a big dream in the back of my head.
She went about her life, got married to Timmy, has a family she loves and her stepson and her nephew she adopted. Then, out of the blue, a uterus transplant wasn't just a foreign concept anymore.
In October of last year, I saw someone post in one of our MRKH support groups about uterus transplant in UAB. And at that point, I was like, whoa, this is home.
The dream no longer felt so far away, and Goldman wasn't going to let it slip. After a cycle of interviewing, testing, and waiting, she was approved for the program.
You hope that something big like this will happen for you, but you never put yourself in that position where you think it will.
As one of my colleagues in the field calls it, it's a life-framing diagnosis.
Dr. Paige Porrett will be performing the surgery at UAB. Only 32 have been done in the U.S. to date. Porrett herself has done 3.
Pretty complicated abdominal operation. Lasts 8 to 10 hours in my hands.
If there are no complications after 6 months, doctors can then implant the embryos. The babies are ultimately delivered via C-section.
I never thought it would be possible here, you know.
15 years ago, Goldman was told her biggest dream wouldn't be possible. But she always told herself it could be.
But ultimately, I would just tell my 14-year-old self to dream big and to, even if it was tucked away in the back of my head, like just keep going, just keep believing that something will happen.
So what now? First, the Goldmans are raising money for IVF treatment so they can insert the embryos after the transplant. And because the trial is at UAB, they actually have to move to Birmingham within the next few months. They say it's a lot, but they're so excited and so grateful. In the studio, Brianna Hollis, WKRG News 5.